Hey, lovelies. Hello, BBPers. I have my wine. I have you. What more is there in life? How are you? How's things? Claire, are you doing your nails?
Yes, for tomorrow.
I love that. All I saw is this. I thought, I know that action.
Yeah, exactly. No, I thought actually I can listen and just quickly get them done because they were very tatty. So.
Good call, good call. One of the best things I invested in, talking girly talk, sorry, Alistair, sorry, Cole, sorry, Lucas, is a really cheap gel nail kit.
Okay.
The best. You know, you go and have your gel nails done in the salon and they do an ace job. I don't do as good a job, but it was literally dead cheap for the nail kit with the gels and the little, God, I look like Tommy Cooper. The little lamp. And it's just ace because instead of spending ages doing your nail varnish and then it chips within 24 hours, you spend time doing your nails, but they last longer, Claire.
I agree. They certainly do.
Fab. Yeah. Who agrees? Who was that? Who's that? Sorry, I can't see.
It was me. Hello.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. You hadn't appeared on my screen. I was thinking, who's talking? Hey, lovely. So you agree? Have you got one of those kits as well? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I find that normal nail varnish chips off within sort of 24, 48 hours for me. Yeah. But it lasts at least a week. So, yeah, it's great.
Yeah. And you don't have to be that good at it, do you? Because my husband says when I do my toes and my nails, he says, my God, you get that everywhere. But even if you get it on like your flesh, when it's all dry, you just peel it off your flesh. It's dead easy and it's actually quite satisfying.
It is, but it's one of those things that really notices in a shoot, doesn't it? You know, if you suddenly think nails.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want me to send you the link to the one I've got? It's
yes, please.
Cheap chips and it's fabulous.
Yeah, but because you think, oh, why didn't you do your nails? It would have looked so much better. But
no, I feel I'm ready for another go. I feel a bit grotty at the minute. You feel nicer when you've got nice nails. Absolutely. What about you, Alistair? Do you feel good when you got nice nails?
Hang on. Nails? What, for banging in the wall, you mean? Got to have a nice round head on them.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Completely different nail set. See, my husband would be talking I know that's proper cliche, isn't it? But I'm not a DIY girl. Who's DIY here? Is anyone DIY?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're good, aren't you? I'm so pants at DIY.
I tell you what, during lockdown, I upcycled basically every piece of furniture I could get my hands on.
Oh,
so
fantastic, mate.
It was great fun.
Super cool. I love that. I love that. Hey Serena, how you doing? Hey Dee, hey Millie. Lucas is here, Alistair's here, Francesca's here, Daisy's here. Daisy, oh, I can see your fur baby's tail. That's so cute. When the tails are going like this in the face, it's always hilarious. I can see Emma's little one. Hey, Emma's little one. Millie said, you're DIY as well. You rebuilt your house from the inside out. Oh my God, so cool. That is so cool. We've got so many DIYs planned and don't do any of them. I know, that's me. I make the plans. I don't actually do on the DIY. Hello, beautiful people. Mariana, Rixie. Rixie, I literally want your dressing gown. It looks like the cuddliest dressing gown in the world.
It's really warm.
Is it? Where did you get it online?
It was from Amazon. It was actually like about 25 pounds, something like that. It's really good. But it's actually really warm.
Could you send me the link?
Yes.
Because it looks really cozy and I want one myself. But also I've got two very close friends coming to stay next week. I'm so excited. And in the evenings, it does get a bit chilly here, even though it's Spain, it gets chilly. And I thought what I'd do is I'd order them two really cuddly dressing gowns so we can sit outside on the terrace and have a glass of wine. But
yes.
They're not going to pack dressing gowns, are they, to come? They won't think to pack dressing gowns. So
it does get a lot of space.
Will you send me the link for me? Thank you, darling. Perfect. Okay. So who's started doing their workbook, done their workbook? Attempted, yay, love it. Rixie's done, Alistair. Even if you just had a look through it and you started formulating your thoughts and your feelings and your actions. So what we're going to do tonight is it's really interactive tonight, guys. Just start discussing, first off, where we feel our money mindset has held us back, where we've identified our money mindset has held us back, what we've identified as some BS beliefs and what our truths are. And then I want us to go on to then discuss, right, what thought changes have you put into place, habits around your thoughts and your feelings, and also what habits have you put change into place with regards to your actions. So we're going to share today. Love DIY, fab, upcycle, really enjoy my renovations at my house, have all the tools. You've got tools, Dee, that's freaking well impressive. I know. Oh my God, that's so impressive. Cool. Okay, so open house, please unmute yourselves. This is just a really open and honest discussion. So first, if we start off with where we feel our money mindset has held us back, I definitely feel right at the beginning for me, I'm happy to share my stories. It definitely held me back in pricing because I felt like I had to have all the usual, an all singing, all dancing website. I had to have a studio. I had to have more years in the game. I had to have a better camera to charge what I needed for my business. So that's definitely where it's held me back in the past. Right now, a current, and my mentor always says new levels, new devils. So I got over those. I did the work and I got over those, and I'm now charging premium prices. And I would pride myself that I've got quite a strong money mindset, but that's not to say I don't have worries and wobbles. So right now I am resistant to moving from the 1,695 up to the $2,000 mark, because my money mindset is they're not going to pay that round here because I'm in Spain, and they're not going to pay that round here. So it's BS, obviously. But that is definitely where money mindset has held me back in the past and where it's holding me back right now. So who's going to put their hand up and speak first? Who wants to share where they feel money mindsets held them back and what they've identified as a bit of a BS bullshit belief, and what the different story is going to be, what the different affirmation is going to be? Anyone for anyone? Yeah, unmute yourself, my darling.
Me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. So I've been improving a lot with my money mindset. I've been talking a lot more with my partner also about money, when usually I would be like trying to hide a little bit. We actually said how much we have in a bank, both of us, when we thought it was something bad to do, not safe to do.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So in the past, you wouldn't have been as open in your conversation. That's where money mindsets hold you back. You would.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
And I would have not said I wanted a lot of money and I'm ready to get them and all that, because I would feel like it was something selfish, something bad. But I do still have a lot of work to do. And one thing that I'm a little bit scared of is actually saying, like, I'm comfortable with my prices when I'm writing them down, but when I have the potential client in front of me, like, so my 3 hours packages, 669, I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm dying in that moment. I'm like, oh gosh. But at the same time, I'm trying to look confident, and I don't know really how it looks, but I hope it does look confident. But yeah, so it's usually when I'm actually saying the price. But before that, I'm actually feeling a lot more confident. I started, my first photo shoot was £15. It was so cheap.
Look where you are now. Look where you are now. That's amazing. Yes. What progress.
Yeah, my highest sale is 249. So it's still cheaper, but I'm getting higher now.
Well, look, from 15 quid to 249 quid, that's immense.
Yeah.
So now we're going to move you from 250 right up to the 669 mark. This is immense. This is amazing. But how interesting that, you know, really identifying your money mindset has moved you from being guarded talking about money, being resistant to talking about money, to now being a lot more open and honest in the conversations. And I think that's so right. You know, when we we're taught, aren't we, as children, don't discuss money. It's rude to talk about money. It's crude to talk about money. And it's rubbish. We should be open and honest, especially with our family and other halves. Absolutely, yes. We should have that honest conversation. I love that. So for your current money mindset wobble is saying the prices out loud. I would just say practice. Either practice in the mirror, practice as you're walking around the house, or practice with a buddy. Practice, practice, practice. That's going to make it easier. Yeah. But also when you are practicing and when you're saying it in actual life, just be really self-aware, slow your tone down and use pauses for power. So pauses for power. And you will feel like those pauses are 5 miles long, and it'll feel uncomfortable when you start to use pauses. But the more you practice, the better you get. Also, I mean, they do say, don't they, alternating the tone and the pace of how you deliver information. It's almost like a pattern interrupter. So I generally will talk fast, but then when I start to talk slow and introduce pauses, you probably take more notice. And it also gives your brain a chance to catch up. So I would say definitely practice, 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 but be aware of your pace and introducing pauses.
Yes.
But yeah, you can do it. You can do anything you choose to do, my love.
Thank you.
Exciting. Okay, anyone? Oh, let's have a look here. Millie says, my money mindset issue is thinking no business in my area are ever going to pay that for photos. Yes, absolutely. I think we've all questioned that at some point. So Millie, that's that's where it's holding you back. Is it holding you back? Sometimes a belief like that can hold you back from actually going out and marketing yourself. So you can think, well, there's no point. It's almost subconscious. There's no point going out and marketing because no one around here is going to pay that anyway. So it can be quite subconscious and almost self-sabotage yourself. It can also show itself when you're trying to deliver that price information. So so your BS belief, that's a BS belief, isn't it? I mean, we all have that belief, but it's a BS belief. No business in my area is ever going to pay that much for photos. They will. It's just about finding them and becoming visible to them. So what is your truth? What's your new affirmation? The reverse of that. My ideal clients are out there. I've just got to make sure they see me. Yeah. My ideal clients are out there and I am worthy of their investment. My ideal clients are out there and they're ready to invest in me, because by definition, your ideal clients are ready and willing to invest in you. They just haven't found you yet. They just haven't seen you yet. And they just maybe sometimes don't realize they need you in their life yet. How does that sound for a truth, a new story, a positive affirmation? I like it. I have a call booked in next week. Brilliant. An inquiry call. Fantastic. Yay. I love it. So tell us a bit about the inquiry call. Let's all cheerlead you and make sure you go into this. It's a beer brewing. It's a beer brewing, apparently. Woo woo, a beer brewing. I've literally only had a sip, I promise. That's amazing. So this beer brewing business, he just started it in his garage a few months ago. Fantastic. You can't talk because the baby's asleep. I get it. Don't worry. So that's fantastic. So the things to think about, the minute I know, I'm hugging my glass, guys, because I'm really hot. I've gone really hot. I feel like I need to cool down. When I see that a company is just starting off, I used to then worry, oh my God, they're not going to have the business. They're not going to have the budget. They're not going to be in a position to invest in me. They're not going to really be in a position, whether they've got budget in a position or whether they've got their branding right in a position. So it used to make me question and go down that negative Nelly mindset. Now, when I'm speaking to someone who is just starting off on their business venture, because I'm self-aware and I don't allow my mind to go down those paths now, I now turn it around and think, this is great. I've got an opportunity to really help this client understand the power of marketing, of the power of starting off on the right foot, the power of visual content to attract the right clients, the power of helping them with their visual marketing to enable them to get towards their goals quicker and easier, rather than muddle through for a couple of years before they then feel it's the right time to invest in a brand shoot. That's the way I start thinking about it. And they're the sorts of conversations I will have with this client. I will say things like, I'm so excited to be talking to you today. You're just on the beginning of a brand new business journey, and I love helping clients just like you, because I know with us working together, you can start your business off on the right foot. You can start as you mean to go on. You've got big dreams, you've got big goals. And those first couple of years in business can sometimes be difficult. I get that. And the clients I work with, just like you, I absolutely have such a joy helping, because we're going to make your marketing easier, and we're going to get you the clients you need and want and deserve to attract in a quicker time frame, because of your visual marketing is going to be bang on. This is exciting. And get excited for them. Let them see that exciting. I'm definitely going to rewatch this, write that down. That's all right. No worries at all. Just take a note at the time. It's 18 minutes past, and then you can rewatch, my love. Fantastic. Top client, absolutely top client. Carl said, I did a portraiture suit over the weekend for my friends and I'm struggling with pricing, but they want me to be myself, no discounts. But as I'm still at the beginning of my journey, so I need to start sorting prices. Carl, definitely, if you want some help charging, setting some portraiture prices, just message me and I can help you put something together. But for friends, were you feeling like you had to give them a discount and they were saying, no, we don't want a discount? Is that the way the conversation was sort of going? I used to have a rule that immediate family, so like my brother, I've only got a brother and my dad, and that's it. So my immediate family, oh, sorry, no, Lee's cousin, but close like brothers. So two families, my brother's family, Lee's close family. They got it free. They got it free. They're close family, they get it free. Then I had a 20% discount for other friends and family, and then everyone else paid full whack. So that's the rule I worked with. So yeah, if you need some help with that, Carl, give us a shout. I've lost your comment now. They want you to be yourself, but no discounts. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to not offer discounts, especially if they're friends. But I think if you set yourself those parameters before you go into business, before you start dealing with, oh, if it's a friend wants it, a family member wants it, set those rules straight up, and then it gives you sort of a framework to lean against. Let's have a look. I can't ever let my husband hear about that beer business. Serena, that's hilarious. Daisy, you've got your first inquiry call on Friday for a mortgage. Yes, mortgage company. So like a financial advisor company. That's fantastic, Daisy. That's amazing. So do your stalking, have a look at their socials, have a look at their website or lack of socials and website. Really try and think of it from their point of view. Maybe sometimes also when I'm doing a bit of stalking and a bit of research prior to an inquiry call, I will try and find other mortgage companies that are doing it right. Sometimes I'll go and look at like mortgage company in New York or mortgage company in California, because the Americans are usually hot on marketing, aren't they? But yeah, that's exciting. That is super exciting. Emma said, actually found going through the workbook really useful. It clarified some things for me. Brilliant, Emma. Share what it clarified for you. I'd love to know. Feel free to unmute yourself, love.
I apologise for the noise in the background. Nicholas is playing and my husband's eating. So there's an audience.
Who's the noisiest, Nicholas or your husband?
At the moment, I think Nicholas. But it was just sort of, it clarified for me that brand photography is actually quite similar to wedding photography in terms of like the journey through. It's quite similar for what I was doing before. So I'm actually feeling better about charging the higher prices, because it took me 7 years to start getting the prices up for the weddings and feeling confident enough.
Oh, he's fine. We can hear you. He's fine.
But yeah, I can't hear myself. Yeah, so it's kind of, that's helped me think, actually, yeah, it's quite similar. So I should be charging kind of similar prices to what I was before. But still, one of my biggest things is I'm worried that something's going to go wrong. And that's one of the reasons that I came out of weddings. But I've realized that actually, for brand photography, it's easy to fix, because you can just go back and redo it.
You just redo it. Oh, yeah. Emma, that's such a joy, because I remember those feelings in wedding photography. The pressure to get it right. You're never going to get them to restage your wedding, are you? You're never going to get the first kiss again, the signing of the register. I missed a signing of the register once. Oh my God, I was devastated. I felt sick, because they had it in a different building and no bloody bugger told me. Excuse my language. No one told me. So they were snuck out the back of where the ceremony was. I was thinking, where they're going? They didn't brief me. Next thing, they'd gone to a completely different building, signed the register and come back. And then said to me, did you get a shot of that? I was thinking, well, no, because I wasn't there. So yeah, that pressure of weddings is horrible. And that knowledge that, you know, if something did go wrong, and it generally doesn't, it's just a worry and a wobble we have. But if it did, you just redo it. It's not going to be any skin off anyone's nose.
I was lucky enough a couple of years ago to win an award from one of the kind of local business groups for the wedding photography, and that's when it really kicked in that I was worried about things going wrong, because there's that extra expectation having the award that it will be that much better. So that's kind of what kick-started that. But yeah, it's useful to know that it's similar. Yeah, I know. So before that I was just like, oh, it'll be fine.
Isn't that really funny? And this is where I think becoming self-aware and becoming a bit more curious about yourself and your thoughts and your feelings pays. When you got that award, you felt it heavy on your shoulders. You felt the pressure. I've got this award now, I've got to be better. Whereas, and I know it's easy to say and not easy to do, if you could have potentially thought differently, I can relax now. I've been recognized as I've got that level, I've got that standard. That's a recognition. It's not an expectation or an extra pressure. It's a recognition. I'm fine. I'm all right.
Yeah, but no, it was definitely the reverse. Was just like, oh my goodness, they're coming with the expectation that it's going to be amazing. Just a minute, sweetheart. And the other thing is I'm feeling that I don't know enough.
But we never do we?
But then going through this workbook, I realised, well, it's easy enough to find the things that I need to. So I'm where I am now, and that's fine. And then I just need to look for stuff on posing or stuff on lighting or stuff on branding. I can go and find the information and learn it. Yeah. And if I start with my prices slightly lower, then like you say, you can build them up after 3 or 5 shoots to get the experience. And so that
absolutely. And do you know what I think the other thing is, yes, we've all got brains and we all can go and learn things that we maybe don't feel we're hot enough on. But I think it's also recognizing we don't need to be the best at everything. We can be a contributor and not the world's best at. I will regularly say to my clients, I'm not the best at posing you, but what I can guarantee you is you're going to have an amazing time on a shoot with me, and you're going to feel relaxed and have fun. And that, for me, is more powerful than me being able to pose you. And I say that because I know that's my superpower. My superpower is relaxing people, making sure they have a good time. If you're good at posing, then if it can use that to sell, absolutely say, I am hot on me posing. So not only are you going to have a good time with me, you're going to be posed like a moho. So use the belief you have in yourself and the belief you've got in your own skills. And then if you feel you've got some level of doubt on a few little bits and pieces you want to go off and learn more about, then do it, because we've all got brains. We can all do that. Perfect. I love that share, Emma. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, anyone else want to share anything where money mindset has held them back, where they've identified a BS belief? Don't all go quiet on me. Anyone? Did anyone have any negative beliefs about kit? Or go have a better camera? Did anyone? No. Rixie?
I did.
Yeah, I did.
I still have sometimes, because I do have some equipment, but I don't have a lot of equipment. And I have 2 lenses, and one of them is better quality than the other one, but the one that is better quality is a you call it prime, like it doesn't zoom in and zoom out. So when it's small places, it's a little bit challenging. So sometimes, or even like when it's dark, yeah, there's sometimes I think I'm a little bit scared, mainly because of the quality, and then I can see the post-production sometimes the sound, and I'm scared that is gonna, the clients are not gonna like it because of that.
I get that, and I completely get that, but we know that that's a BS belief, because you've got that equipment, you are where you are, and when you start earning more money, if you choose to, you can invest in more equipment. But you have got a standard of knowledge, a knowledge of light, knowledge of composition, you've got an artistic flair, you've got the skills and talent you need to make and create a decent saleable image with whatever kit you've got. You could do it with a phone if you chose to, because you've got that level of skill and knowledge and talent.
Yes.
So accepting, you know, it's your brain and your skill and your talent that takes the image. It's, yes, if you've not got the kit that you dream about, you're going to have some restrictions. For instance, with your prime, you might, if you've got a problem with small spaces, you just work around that. You've got the knowledge you need to work around that until you get the right kit. But it's your brain and your talent that takes the image.
Yeah, that's right. And what helps me usually is to think, because I love vintage things, and I also love vintage photos. I just, that's so amazing. And usually, like, they were black and white, and the quality was quite bad usually, but they're so beautiful most of the times. And I think if they manage to take really good photos that make people feel something, feel emotions, even with that quality, even if they were black and white, then no matter what equipment you have, you can still take really good pictures, because it's
the
not
emotion.
about
It's the emotion in the image, isn't it?
Yes.
It's what it portrays, the story that image tells. I love that.
You also need to remember that a lot of people who are just looking at photos don't see the technical aspect of it like we do as photographers. So I'm very harsh on myself. So, I can see X, Y, Z, and they're just like, oh, I never noticed that. And just like, oh, okay. Yeah, so it's kind of remembering that it is definitely the emotion.
I love that, Emma. I love that. Right. Yeah, because we're super critical, aren't we, of when we're looking at our own work, we are super, super critical. Yeah, I love that.
I'm actually doing a blog post for a website, and it's about the comment that everyone gets is, oh, you must have a really good camera.
I hate that comment.
And it's a blog post basically saying why that is so untrue.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Alistair, could you put the link to that blog post in our sharing post? I would love to have a look at that, because yes, I mean, that is just an amazing myth to smash. The camera doesn't take the image, we
That's
do.
it.
Exactly.
That's the learning, and yeah, that's one of my.
It's our eyes, it's our skills, it's our talent. I love that. I absolutely love that, and I love that you're educating with your marketing content. I always use the story, you know, hairdresser's scissors, they cost hundreds, don't they? I could buy a pair of hairdresser's scissors. It doesn't mean someone's going to let me loose on the hair, and this definitely shouldn't let me loose on the hair and make a terrible job of it.
At the start of my journey, I was at Donington at the races, and the guy next to me had one of the Canon 1DX cameras with all the L lenses, and I had my little 650D. And I was chatting to him about his camera, and he said, I don't know how to use it. I'll just put it on auto and let it take the pictures for me. He's got sort of like £5,000–6,000 worth of camera gear on auto.
Yeah, nightmare, absolute nightmare. It's just like, but there's room for all sorts, isn't there? And at the end of the day, you're dead right. It's not the camera that takes the image, it's you, your skill, your talent, your air, your eye, your artistic flair. Yeah. Love it. Love that. Definitely share that blog post. I'd love to read that.
No, will do, yeah.
Thank you, Alistair. So what do you have any, before you go, do you have any money mindset blocks, Alistair?
To start with, I did have. I mean, one of the things I had throughout my previous career was many years working for people getting underpaid while they drove around in their Aston Martins. And moving into photography and doing freelance work, I realised I could start charging what I was worth. But with the photography, it was like I said the other day, it was when I took what I'm charging and divided it by the number of photos and realised how much each photo individually is costing.
Yeah.
It's like, that's so cheap.
And that's your artwork, that's your legacy.
Yeah, I mean, for that commercial photo, for like £5-6 for a photo is ridiculously cheap.
Absolutely.
And then thinking, oh, there won't be companies to pay that, but there's 2,000 new companies every day in the UK.
Exactly. And they all need marketing content.
That's it. So there's, out of those 2,000, there's going to be one maybe. And that's all I need for a week, sort of thing, you know.
Fantastic. I love that attitude. I absolutely love that. So your new belief is there are lots of businesses out there that need my skill and talent, and I am
basically,
worth charging. That's the thing, I am worth paying for.
It's like a flip was switched in my head over the last couple of weeks, and it's like, you know, I can charge this.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about people if people want to turn me down, then I totally understand that.
Yeah.
And it's not being turned down anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, you're expensive for me. Okay, you're not my client.
That's fine. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I love that, Alistair. I freaking love that. Yes, that's fine. It's not, and you would never say this out loud, but it's not that I'm too expensive for you. It's just you can't afford me. I'm not in your budget, and that's okay. You would never say that to someone because you wouldn't want to offend or upset anyone. But that's, in essence, the truth of it, and that's okay, because there's people that will go to Chanel and buy a handbag. There's people that will go to Asda and buy a handbag. So there's people that will pay premium and there's people that not. They're just not your clients if they're not ready to invest your prices.
Yeah, so it is. It's honestly, it's just totally changed my mindset over the last two to 3 weeks. It's just, you know, this is, I can charge this.
Yeah, fantastic.
I've even been looking at the prices I'd set and thinking, I can actually go a bit higher because these photos are actually quite cheap.
Yes.
So I'm actually thinking about maybe upping my prices by £100.
Oh, Alistair, don't think about it, just do it. That's ace. Because think about, I mean, the way your images will help another business, help them feel more confident, help them get more clients, help them make more money, help them get more visibility. All of this.
That's the thing. I mean, I took some photos in my back garden yesterday, just sort of mucking around with the camera on the tripod. And the picture I put up today on my Facebook page has had more people viewing it than other photos I've put up, and it's just me with the camera in front of my face.
Wow, fantastic. I love that. But that's you getting visible as well.
I mean, that's the thing, and that's what's quite good, is watching to see what posts get the visibility, so you know what sort of images gain traction and what images don't.
Yeah, and what have you found so far?
I found that people images gain a lot more traction than pictures of objects like a cake. I did a cake post a while ago and that got a few hits, but then as soon as you start putting pictures on and videos I've done, that's when you start getting much more interaction and people viewing it.
Yeah.
So
video and lives are always good, definitely. Images of you around your home, your environment, in your work, behind the scenes, absolutely. I always find anything with me or my family gets much better reach. Absolutely. And that's, as Craig shared today in our call, you know, showcasing you and your life, not only your business acumen and your business services and what you can do for other businesses, but just showcasing you, your personality, your story, your life.
Yes, last weekend I was at parents' holiday caravan in Suffolk, and I did a live from the veranda at the caravan, saying I've moved my office up to Suffolk for the weekend, and it's just sort of sharing bits of my life that I wouldn't normally have shared.
Oh, I love that, Alistair. And how did that feel?
It was good. It's got a few strange looks from some of the other people in the caravans. Why is this guy walking around holding his camera, talking to himself? But It is what it is.
Yeah, you get used to that. I'll regularly just ignore people, or I'll frighten them. Oh God, Bob's flying around my head now.
I think my
them and
neighbours. So I think my neighbours were wondering why I was taking photos of my other camera on its tripod yesterday.
That's brilliant, though. Content creation, darling.
That's it.
I love that. Claire has said, us humans are nosy, we like to see other humans. Yeah, definitely. And we like to see behind the curtain, don't we? We like to see not just the human, but what their family life is, what they do in their spare time, what their home's like, what behind the scenes is like. Rixie said, you're great with communication, lots of pauses and yeah. Alistair's got a slow, firm pace and pause.
Yeah. Usually they say that when people manage to talk in a slow ways, because they're confident of their communication and communication skills. So I can see that.
It's just thinking about what I'm saying.
Yeah, letting your brain keep
they
up.
Work. I found in other jobs that talking and pausing as you're talking to people, even people you're working with, it has that little effect where they stop and think, oh, what's coming next?
Yeah, it's like a pattern interrupter, isn't it? When you pause, people are like, oh, what's going on? Why has she stopped talking?
It can diffuse as well. If people are getting a little bit irate by talking and pausing, then it slows them down as well.
Calms the energy down.
Pause. Do I talk now? Oh, hang on. So
I love that. Yeah, I absolutely love that. That's brilliant. Thank you for sharing that, Alistair. Hey, Barbara, lovely to see you here. Barbara's late to the party. She said, hello, gorgeous. Favorite quote from photography, Dee's just shared. You don't make a photograph just with a camera. You bring to the act of photography all the pictures you've seen, the books you've read, the music you've heard, the people you've loved. Ansel Adams. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I absolutely love that, Dee. Dee, will you share that on our sharing post, please? That's ace. What a great quote. Absolutely. I mean, it's everything, isn't it? All we've ever learned, seen, heard, watched, we put everything into our art, everything, our emotions, even our emotions on the day can shape imagery. Yeah, it's a great quote. I'm so terrified of putting my own photos out there. Oh, the world's waiting for you, Serena. The world is waiting for your imagery. There's businesses out there that you're going to be able to help. There are business owners out there that are feeling nervous and scared and anxious about their marketing. And you are going to make them feel empowered and confident and have clarity. You're going to make people feel beautiful and worthy because that's the experience you'll give. You're going to ensure that their businesses look the way they want them to look. They're going to tell their story their way and attract their clients. No, I mean the ones that show me, but that's you. You're the face of your business, my love.
Can I say something?
Yeah, of course you can, my darling.
Yeah, so if someone struggles with self-esteem of them physically, if they want, I can help in the sense that I'm not doing life coaching right now, but it's one of my plans. I've been studying a little bit and I've been following some courses on it. But I do love to help people with self-esteem and confidence, not with the business yet, because I'm still working on the confidence with my business. But when it comes personally as a person, I do love to help others to love themselves. And I've been helping some of my friends. I helped myself, first of all, because maybe you think, because I'm young, so you think, well, of course, it's easy because you're still young and all that. But I actually didn't like myself at all. So I did need to do all that work. And I have so many practical advices that like for people to follow if they want, so that they can work on it.
Rixie, that would be an amazing share. Maybe you and I should do a bit of an interview and we should do a hot seat with you. You and I should talk.
Yes.
Should we do that?
Yeah.
Because I'd love to hear your story. I know you've shared small parts of it with me. You've overcome quite a lot personally. And you're such a bubbly, outgoing, amazing person. And I know you've told me you've not always been like that. So we should hot seat you. Let's tell your story and you can share, because you've got that level of expertise. I'd love you to share that with the group.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I'm an open book, so even like things I've been sexually abused, so I can even talk about that. Like I don't feel like I need to hide anything about my story, and I just think it can be helpful for someone else.
Inspiring. It's so
Yeah.
inspiring, mate. Absolutely so inspiring. So if you're open to that, let's hot seat you. You and I'll get on an interview. Fantastic. Oh, I'm Scales. We like a gab. I like a gab, and you've got a lot to share and a lot to give and a lot of value to deliver. So let's get that out and help the group. Gorgeous. Love you, mate. Okay, let's have a lookie. Done. Where am I here? Where am I here? A motorsport photographer shared with me that he paints with the light of angels. Ooh, how beautiful is that? That's beautiful. I love that. Paints with the light of angels. That speaks to your soul. Doing inquiry calls and shoots I've done so far, I realise how much goes into it. Absolutely, Claire. How much knowledge I already have, and therefore I am offering it at a good price. Exactly. And the client is getting all of that. Exactly. That's why I always say, I say it to you guys, and I say it to my photography clients, you get my brain on a plate. And there's a lot in my brain. I don't know everything about everything in the world, but I know a lot, and I'm happy to share a lot, and I want to help and serve. So yeah, you're so right there, Claire. People are getting all of your learnings, all of your expertise, everything you've invested time, energy, and money into. They're getting that. They're getting that level of service and knowledge and expertise. So yeah, I love that. But I still do worry about my images being good enough. I think as artists, there'll always be that little worry, Claire, about us. You know, oh, my image is good enough for me, and image is good enough. The way I get out over that is, so the BS belief is my images aren't good enough. The truth is, yes, my images are good enough. They may not win any awards, but they are good enough to help another business sell their products and services. They are good enough, and they are saleable enough. They are good, saleable, standard images. They may not win me any awards, but they are good enough. So I think I sort of categorize award-winning images. I'm not going for awards. That's not what I want to achieve. Helping other businesses achieve business success. I need good, saleable images, and that's what I need. And that's what I have achieved. Yes, Rixie's amazing. She is, absolutely. We love your heart, Rixie, and we love you.
Thank you.
More. Okay, perfect. So, oh, you compliment everyone. I think this is such a great positive group. We're all big cheerleaders for each other. I repeat, I create good, saleable images. Exactly. Just and repeat it. Sometimes we talked about in part one about it is literally just reprogramming your brain. And you can do that by repetition. That's what affirmations. Affirmations? No, not affirmations. Affirmations. Oh God, literally words are so difficult these days. I don't know whether it's age or what, but anyway, affirmations, not affirmations. Affirmations are literally just a statement that you repeat, you say out loud, you say it to yourself, you say it in your brain. It's literally reprogramming your brain. When you want to break a habit and learn a new habit, whether that's a habit in behavior or a habit in a habit. Oh my God, I'm just going to give up now. Oh my God. You will come and visit me when I'm in like the loony bin, won't you? Whether you want to break a habit in your behavior or a habit in your thought processes or your feelings, you have to do it with repetition. Repetition of doing things differently or repetition of thinking differently and behaving differently. So yes, let's repeat. You can and do create good saleable images. You can and you do create good saleable images. I love that. I absolutely love that. Okay, let's skip forward. One of the pages in our workbook was all about, and this is great because this is right up Rixie Street. This is your zone of genius, Rixie. I am amazing because. So a lot of the time when we have a poor money mindset. If you've ever read, there's a great author called Louise Hay. She's actually passed away now, but she wrote a lot of amazing books. And she says, any time that we hold ourselves back in life, that we have doubts, that we have fears, we have wobbles, that whether it's money mindset or just mindset in general, it all comes down to, we don't think we're good enough. That's it. We don't think we're good enough. We haven't got this, we haven't got that, we don't look like this, we don't, whatever it is, it all comes down to in essence, we don't feel we're good enough. So part of our work is we have to fill ourselves up with positivity. We have to fill ourselves up with value and ensure that we do feel we are good enough. We have a part to play in this world. We have a legacy to leave. We have value to give. And we are good enough. We're all completely unique, like snowflakes, and we are good enough. So one of our pages in our workbook was all about, I am amazing because. So I would love to know what would you put, or what have you put on that page? I am amazing because. So, you know, a tip was to ask clients, ask friends, to give you some positive feedback, why they think you're amazing, why they're in your circle, why they value you. So why are you amazing? Why are you valuable? I know my superpowers are my energy. I'm very positive. I'm very gushy. I'm very excitable. I'm very enthusiastic. I do always see the bright side. I know a downside of that is that I have the firm belief everyone should be like me. Why shouldn't everyone think positively? And not everyone does think positively. But that is my superpower. I love to say we are not good enough. We are a lot more than good enough. Absolutely. We are more than good enough. Absolutely. I love that. We are fabulous. We are amazing. So what have you put in your workbook, guys? What is your superpower? Why are you amazing? You're dedicated. You're passionate. You have a giving, loving energy. Why are you amazing? What's amazing about you? Let's start owning what's fabulous about us. I like to make people laugh. I've got that Scouse humor where I can take the mickey out of myself to make people laugh. That's definitely one of my superpowers. What are your superpowers? I am caring, I am positive, I like to share joy. I love that. I love that. I have the ability to put people at ease. Oh yeah, I love that. Emma, yes, because you are a very warm, welcoming person. People will feel at ease with you. I absolutely, yeah, get that. Claire, I give my clients back to themselves. Ooh, what do you mean? Tell me more. What do you mean? I give my clients back to themselves. So you give them permission to be themselves?
Yes, I give, because the part of them that they have always like hidden, process of having the photos taken, I bring that back out.
Oh, I love that.
And they go, so I give them back to themselves.
I love that. So you enable them almost to fall back in love with themselves, to embrace their own too muchness. You know, we talk about too muchness, don't we? To embrace their own amazingness.
Yes.
I love that. Freaking brilliant. Millie says, oh, Carl says, listening and helping people. Yes, so you're a good listener, Carl. I love that. So you're amazing because you're good at listening and you lead with service and helping. Millie says, I empathize with just about anything and anyone, always being literally able to see other people's emotions. Oh, you're an empath. Oh, you're right up my street. You're an empath. Plus, I did a master's degree in psychology. Oh, that's amazing. So you're not only an empath, you've got that level of understanding as well. Oh my God, that's amazing. So how does having that degree of knowledge help you, Millie? Share that with us. I'd love to know. How has having that psychology degree helped you, do you think? Oh, you can't unmute yourself because you've got the baby. Type in the thingy, Majid. How old's your baby out of interest? I can't believe you're still awake if you've got a baby. Daisy said, I'm amazing because I inspire others to reach for the stars and live their dreams. Oh, that's just heaven on a stick, Daisy. I love that. Absolutely. I love to help people, Claire says. I'm thoughtful, empathetic, and go the extra mile. I love that. Lucas says, I asked my friend and got caring, focused on helping others, considerate and positive. Lucas, that's amazing. That's a testimonial right there. That is a testimonial right there. You should be shouting about on your social media and putting anywhere you can. Even though that friend isn't a client, that's, you know, that's someone talking about you as a person, as a personality and your values, and that should be shouted about. That's amazing. I love that. When I was right at the beginning and I didn't have testimonials, I did the same. I asked my friends and family, what do you feel about me? What do you think are my strengths? What do you feel are my qualities and my abilities? And then use those as testimonials. There's nothing wrong with that. You can see on your website, Lucas is caring and focused on helping others, exceptionally considerate and positive at all times. That's an amazing testimonial. Doesn't matter that it's not from a client, it's from someone. It's better than a client testimonial because it's someone that knows you deeply. Quote, maybe the journey isn't so much about becoming anything. Maybe it's about unbecoming. Love this. Is this from a book? Maybe it's about unbecoming everything that isn't really you so that you can be who you were meant to be in the first place. Oh, that speaks to my heart. I feel actually quite emotional reading that. That's lovely, Francesca. Where's that from? That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. Where's Millie? It allows me to see past what they're telling me to the problems. So it allows you to see past what they're telling you. So they're verbals and you can see what the problem really is. I love that. So you can see what they're past what they're verbally telling you by reading. Are you reading their body language or the cues rather than what the words they're using? She's 8 months old, your baby. You're supposed to sleep when she sleeps, aren't you? I can't believe you look that fresh-faced. You look amazing for an 8-month baby mama. My beard is my superpower. You sound like my husband. He says his beard is his superpower. Other than I am a good listener and laid back and I don't get phased easily. That's brilliant. Again, that's gold to own those superpowers. You're chilled. You're going to be able to relax people who are having consultations and shoots with you. You're going to be able to put them at ease. You're also, with good listening skills, going to be able to listen and hear what they're telling you about their dreams and desires for their business, what their pain points and challenges are. And you'll be able to pick up those cues about what they feel self-conscious about, what they're worried about with regards to having a shoot. I love that. I'm really good at empathizing with others. I'm really good to help others find their light again. Love that. I'm amazing in creating imagination into reality. I'm really good at finding the positive side of everything. I can see the magic in things where people just pass by. That's wonderful. That's a social media post right there. That's wonderful. You're going to attract your ideal clients who are looking for that light and they're looking for that positivity. Yeah, that is a great quote, that, Francesca. A lot of cues in speech and physical cues. I love that. Yeah, no, I get that. Half asleep. I'm really caring, Serena says, and I want to help everyone. I want to understand them and their problems so I can be able to help them. Always want to improve and get better at what I do. And I feel that passion in you, Serena. You are wanting to serve and help, and you care, and you have that level of passion about your clients. That's your amazingness. I try to help everyone, Francesca says. My too muchness, yes. I put people at ease and make them feel good about themselves. So again, think about content, guys. This is all content. Francesca, you could absolutely do a post or a blog post about that. Your too muchness, how it can be a good thing and a bad thing. The bad thing is stretching yourself too thin, trying to help everyone. I can get that. The good thing is you're a fabulous brand photographer because you lead with service, you lead with putting people at ease, you lead with helping them make the most of their marketing content. You're going to help them get their business to the next level. You're honest, caring, genuine, creative. You love making people feel good about themselves. I love that. Absolutely love that. Fantastic. Okay. So we're all freaking amazing, and that's why, and we want to own that. So make sure you are making notes here, guys, because this is content for your marketing. This is you talking about your superpowers, you talking about why you're amazing, you encouraging your audience to embrace their too muchness, why they're amazing. It's also going to help you with your money mindset. My superpower is amazing attention to detail. My mother-in-law said, I love the way you see. That's the best compliment ever. Oh my gosh, again, another amazing compliment, an amazing piece of content. This is what I can see an email right now, a blog post right now. This is what my mother-in-law says about me. I mean, that's proper clickbait, because people are going to go, ooh, what does their mother-in-law say about her? And then they're going to want to know, and they'll start reading your blog post or social media post or email, and they'll fall in love with you. I love that, Dahlia. Perfect. Okay, so where's my notes gone? So let's think about actions now. Going back over to the pages towards the end of your workbook that talked about taking action. Taking action with our thought commitments and taking action with our doing commitments. So writing out your thought commitments, writing out your doing commitments, and then choosing people to inspire you and to follow. So for me, I'll share mine with you. I remember right at the beginning of my money mindset journey, my thought commitments were all about affirmations. I can do this. I can make good money from my photography. There's no reason I can't. I serve, so I deserve. That's a great statement from Denise Duffield Thomas. I serve, so I deserve. Others make good money from photography. Why can't I? We're no different. We're all humans. We've all got brains. We can all learn. So I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. That was my thought affirmation. I can do this. I can do this. I serve, so I deserve. I also made sure my thought commitment was to having a curious mind and really going deep and identifying why I feel this way and why I think this way. So whenever I had a thought, oh, I can't price myself like that, or I can't charge them that, then having that curious mind and thinking, why do I think like that? Is that a BS belief, or is that based on fact? Why am I thinking like that? So learning to almost slow down your thinking and identify, where are you telling yourself absolute falsehoods? Where are you telling yourself BS beliefs? So that is what I did in my thought commitments. I love my mother-in-law. I know that's an amazing compliment. That is an amazing compliment. But what a great subject title for an email or a blog post. What my mother-in-law thinks about me. I think that's ace. Okay, so that was my thought commitments, and then my do commitments. And to this day, I still do this, regularly looking at my numbers. No longer hiding from my numbers. There was a time in my life and career when I hid from my numbers, and I no longer do that. I know my costs. I know my targets. I know my prices off by heart. I know my numbers inside out. There is power that comes from knowing your numbers. So that was definitely one of my do commitments, knowing my numbers inside out. Practicing investing was one of my do commitments. So practicing feeling abundant by investing in me, practicing spending and investing in me. Denise Duffield Thomas talks about, updating your underwear. Don't walk around in saggy, baggy underwear. Invest in nice underwear. Make yourself feel good. If you've read Get Rich Lucky Bitch, you'll know that. So I remember doing that. I remember clearing out the underwear drawer and going and buying nice underwear. I couldn't afford La Perla. It was Tesco, I'm not going to lie, but it was nice, fresh underwear. The baggy, saggy stuff went out. So it's learning to invest in yourself. And I did make some mistakes in that as well. I think when you invest in yourself and you start saying, yes, I'm worthy, particularly as a mum, I know you mums are always, you have mummy guilt, and it's awful. And I get that. All my friends have that. And you would rather spend the money on the kids, and the kids come first. And I get that. That's you being an amazing mum. But you are worthy. You are worthy of investment. You are worthy of spending good money on. So it's time for you to buy things for you. And that is also teaching your kids that it's good to invest in yourself, and it's good to value yourself and earn money to spend on yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it's teaching your kids that. Mummy guilt mixed with frustration. The pull of wanted to work and wanted to be with kids. I know. Emma's going to work out her numbers. Yeah, fantastic. Work on knowing my numbers. I love that. And I definitely made some mistakes in the investing in myself as well. The clearing out the underwear drawer was definitely a joyful one. That was amazing. The mistake I made is I thought, right, I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to get some new clothes. It's going to be ace. And the mistake I made was going down the route of thinking, I'm going to buy a Michael Kors top. I've seen this top. It looks beautiful. I'm going to buy it. And it's Michael Kors and it's expensive and it's going to be fabulous. And that's me having a good money mindset. And it wasn't. It absolutely wasn't. In fact, it was the opposite. I went to the shop and I bought this Michael Kors top, and it was a beautifully made top and it was gorgeous. But I bought it because I thought, well, if I'm going to be rich and I'm going to make good money, I've got to wear designer gear. And I haven't. I'm wearing an X top right now that's 12 quid. And I've never had more money in all my life. I didn't need a Michael Kors top. I just needed to own the fact that I can earn more money as I am. The other mistake I made is that Michael Kors top was the most god-awful colour in the world, and it didn't suit me. It was horrendous on me. It would look amazing on someone who's got really dark hair and a really, really deep tan. It's like a mixture of mustard and green. It was a god-awful colour on me. It looked awful, but I was lulled into that sense. It's Michael Kors. It's going to look great no matter what it is. And it wasn't. So I've definitely made mistakes on that. I wanted to have a proper garden to play around in. That's an amazing goal and dream to have. Mummy guilt is real. However, my motivation is to be able to afford everything she needs. Exactly. That's amazing. The biggest problem at the moment, Emma, I completely agree, especially my husband at work most of the time find it hard. Oh, I know. It's a balance, mate. It's a balance. You mummies are super, super people. I don't know how you do it. I really don't. But you deserve time for yourself as well as your kids deserving your time. There's a balance. There's a balance. Okay. Share with me, please, in the comments, unmute yourself before we log off for today. What are your commitments? Either any thought commitments to change or any do commitments to change. What are you doing, or what are you doing differently, and what are you thinking and feeling and behaving differently to help your money mindset be stronger? I would love to know. Go for it, Rixie.
Can I say it?
Of course you can, darling. Yeah, please unmute yourself, guys. Let's chat.
So something that really changed thanks to the book of Denise. That actually I texted her, sent her my photo, my selfie, and she actually answered. I was like, oh,
yes, I love that.
Yeah,
oh, that's freaking ace.
So I changed the fact that I'm tracking my money. I didn't know how much money I had coming in my bank last month, so I know now. And all the money I got last year, so all the year I've done all the I don't remember it right now, but I have.
No, that's fine. You've tracked it. That's absolutely amazing.
And I actually realized that is a lot more this year, even if I'm still on universal credit, so most of it was from there. But then also I did work a little bit in a restaurant. It's not something that I like to do, but it's still me earning money, and some from my photography business. So I still tracked all that, and I got a lot more this year. And the other thing is a lot of positive affirmations. So like you said, I really like the one you said, I serve, so I deserve.
Yes, I love that. That's Denise's.
Yeah, and I keep saying that I'm ready to receive more money. I deserve more money. I can get them more. And of course, our head is like, I still have those moments of like, oh no, I can't. And I think people then at some point they start to get frustrated and start to get hard on themselves because they keep thinking in that way when we've been used to think in that way for so many years. So we need to become consistent in thinking more in a positive way, it's not going to change in one moment. So it's being kind to yourself and keep reassuring yourself you deserve it. And yeah, so I'm doing that. And I'm gonna say also that I save, so I deserve from now on.
Fantastic. I love that you're tracking your money, and I love those affirmations. Well done, you, Mace. And every bit of money that comes in, don't forget, even when you've gone and taken another job to earn money, that's you being clever, that's you being wise, that's you being resourceful while you're building your photography business. So that's ace. I love it. Thought affirmations. I have the knowledge and experience that is worth paying for. You absolutely do, Claire. I love that. Barbara commits to investing in myself. Brilliant. What are you going to invest in first? Are you going to do pants like I did, Barbara?
Well, I had my nails done today and my hair done yesterday.
Love that.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Getting there slowly.
Love that. Love that. At the back of Denise Duffield Thomas's book, I remember writing a list of the things I wanted to invest in. I wanted a cleaner. I wanted to buy a TT. And one by one, I worked hard and I worked smart and I ticked those off. It was such a motivator to have that list in the back of the book.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I should get a list on the wall.
Definitely get a list. Because you know what, when I've still got obviously the book, and when I look back, it fills me with such joy to think, I achieved that. Yeah. I couldn't afford a cleaner. I couldn't afford a decent car. I'd just come out of a nasty divorce with a shed load of debt. My dad bought me my Mini, so I had something to drive around in. And these were dreams. I want a cleaner. I want my own home. I want a TT. And I made it happen. And there's nothing special about me. So having that list in the back of the book was amazing. And now when I look back at it, I'll get the book out and I'll take a picture and I'll put it up in the group. It's so inspiring to think, I freaking did that. And that, you know, there's always going to be a part of you when you're making lists like this and like that you think, is that possible? Is that even going to happen? But it did. It absolutely can happen. We can have whatever we choose.
Yeah, I think I'll have the cleaner on there, definitely. With all these kids.
Get that cleaner. I love that. Now I've got a cleaner, I want a housekeeper. I saw an article with three female multi-millionaires, and they all had a housekeeper, and they were outlining all the things their housekeeper did for them. And I was like, I want that. It was ace. So that's going in my list now. Okay, love a cleaner, yes. Hair is going on the list, yes, Serena. You deserve going to the hairdressers. Go to one that gives you an amazing head massage. Daisy, I had a wedding inquiry earlier this week for a wedding in Ireland. The couple offered one night B&B and we need two really, but my wife said we should just pay for it and take the hit. No, I love that you said no, Daisy. That's freaking ace. Standing up for you and your wife, because you're both worth more. I love that, Daisy. I told the couple we would need 2 nights and they still booked. Yes, we are now international photographers. Oh, me. Oh my God, I freaking love that. I am so copying and pasting that. That is a win. Please share that, Daisy. If you could copy and paste that onto our wins post. I love that, because that is the level of confidence that comes from you've invested in yourself. You've done the work. You've put your finance, your cash, your energy and your time into this program and working on yourself, and it's paying dividends. That's ace, mate. I'm buzzing. Fantastic. When'd you go?
It's not till April 2023.
Fantastic though. That's ace. I love that. And what's the venue like? Is it beautiful?
Yeah, really gorgeous. It's on the coast of Ireland, Wexford, somewhere around there. But we've seen a picture. It looks amazing, stunning.
Oh, Horn. Oh, I bet the couple are going to be absolutely over the moon with everything you create for them, and you two are going to have a lovely time as well. So that's ace. Well done. Well done for getting that, Hon. Think your prices should go up. Let's put them up. Let's put them up. Show us the money. Brilliant. 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 Okay. I worked as a housekeeper for 2 years and was treated awfully. Oh no, Millie. I've always wanted one so I could treat one nicely. Oh my God, yeah. I treat my cleaner really well, I think. I can always buy her gifts and stuff. Let's have a look. Wexford is lovely in Ireland. I probably would never let a housekeeper actually work because I'd want to be the nicest boss ever. Bless you. Okay, guys, so I would love you all to put at least one commitment in the comments, please. A commitment to your money mindset, a commitment to improving your money mindset, a commitment to either doing things differently or thinking differently, a commitment to I'm going to charge premium prices and make sure that I have that belief in myself. I'm going to stick to my prices. I'm not going to give in and give discounts. I am not going to, I'm going to make sure I feel worthy. I'm going to be self-aware and ensure that when I do have a money mindset wobble, I identify it and I address it. I'm committed to standing my ground. Love that. My prices are my prices. Absolutely. Start charging proper prices for my next shoot. Love that. I'm committing to believing I'm worth every penny. Love that. Telling people my prices on a call and not offering a discount. Brilliant. And don't forget that delivery. Slow your pace, use pauses, practice. Commit to getting a price list to start from. Fantastic. Carl, yes, get your price list in place. If you haven't already, that's an ace commitment. Committing to increasing my prices. Yes, fantastic. Well done on that booking, Daisy. That's ace. Right, guys. We will call that a night. Anything else you want to share with me, don't hesitate to reach out to me on the support email or in a message to me about money mindset. Anything you want, you know, I'm here for you. I am absolutely committed to helping you guys on your money mindset journey. Make sure you're following a person. Denise Duffield-Thomas, you know, I talk about her all the time, but she is definitely my person. I love her because she's a multimillionaire, but she's still down to earth. She's imperfect. She doesn't try to be anything other than herself. And I also love her. I'll share a little something for you. I am in a mastermind group right now with other business owners. They're not photographers, they're online business owners. And I went into this mastermind group for inspiration and help growing my online business. And it's an amazing group full of amazing people. But sometimes I do feel completely overwhelmed and like I'm in the wrong group, because they're all very techie and they're all talking about all this different software they use for sales and advertising, and they're doing a webinar on this software, and then they track this and they do this, and oh lordy lord, I come away wanting to cry sometimes. I really, I'm not gonna lie. And I consider myself to be very successful. I'm achieving my goals and dreams, but there's always more. You know, there's no shame in wanting more. I want more. I want to be able to give more to the donkey sanctuary. I want to be able to treat my husband to more gifts. What else do I want? I want to have the money to do downstairs, because we're just saving up to do downstairs right now. So there's no shame in wanting more. So I'm in this group and they massively inspire me. But I'm not going to lie, sometimes I feel like I'm in the wrong group. And it's a bit like, oh my God, they've all got these big brains and they're all really techie and I'm in the wrong place and this is never going to happen for me. But Denise Duffield-Thomas is definitely my person, because she has done it without all the tech, with a very basic business model, with part-time staff, she outsources to contractors. And that massively keeps me going, because I think, yes, that's the way I want to do it. I can do it like that. I don't have to have all these all singing, all dancing, tech pieces of software doing everything for me. I can do it simply and easily. I did the Jeff Walker launch group. Oh, is that still going on? Jeff Walker's supposed to be amazing. Send it to me, Barbara. I'd love to have a look at that. Removing all my obstructions, freeing me to charge my worth. Yes, definitely. Oh, thank you, Mariana. I appreciate those kind words. Thank you, my love. So it's about, and again, it's me being self-aware. I'm in that group, and sometimes I come out of that group and I'm thinking, oh, my lordy, lordy, lord. But then I become self-aware and I think, no, they're on their path. That path mightn't be right for me. I still take inspiration from them because they're big achievers. One of them has just shared in the group, she did 150 grand launch and she was disappointed. What's all that about? I was like, disappointed. I was like, okay. So that's inspiring. That's inspiring that she's embracing big numbers and she's disappointed with a figure that I'm like, boom, that's amazing. So that's inspiring. It's a great group to be a part of, but it's also inspiring to look at people like Denise Duffield-Thomas who do it a simple way, and she is still a multimillionaire. That's what I know. It's like some of the figures they bandy about are like, boom, they're amazing. They're amazing, these people, absolutely amazing. Okay. Raising my prices for creative talent, experience, and years of specialist knowledge. Brilliant. I love that. Perfect. Okay, guys. So keep working on your money mindset. If you need me, you know where I am. Happy Wednesday evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Mwah. Lots of love to you all. See you soon.